Hi, and welcome back to Tiny Time Travelers. My name is Tiffany, and today I'm going to be doing a question and answer video. So I asked you all on my Instagram and on my blog to send me some questions, and I will be able to answer them for you. This is for those who are interested in full-time traveling or just traveling in general, either with their families or by themselves. So today I'm going to be filming in our RV, and that's where we're in, and I'm really excited because I am slowly and surely getting this renovated and just doing some remodels on it, and this is the first time where I'm actually sharing a little snippet of where we're at as far as with restyling and everything. If I don't cover everything in this video, I did make a blog post about this on our website. I went into detail about a lot of what I'm answering here on this video. So if I forget anything, I do have a lot more on my website, and I'll also link that below in our description. So I really thank everyone for just your support, and I also appreciate everybody for your kind words, and even even reaching out to share that you're interested in this lifestyle, and how even looking on YouTube and finding other people who inspire you to do this. I am really just thankful, because this is where I found out about RVing and full-time traveling, because of the people who inspired me on YouTube or on Pinterest and everything. So I'm really excited for where this could possibly lead to, and we're just going to get right into this with the Q&A. So thank you all again for watching. So our first question is, did the van come with Wi-Fi? So the answer to that is no, it did not come with Wi-Fi. However, I did have a hotspot device, and it allowed me to be able to work from home and work while we were on the road. So I really enjoyed it. It was unlimited Wi-Fi hotspot service, and it was $100 a month, and the service was through AT&T. So we don't use it now, only because with the resort that we're at, I get Wi-Fi included. There are resorts that are RV parks that do include Wi-Fi, so I definitely recommend checking that out if it actually works. The hotspot device does not work here, because where we're at, AT&T and T-Mobile does not work well. But for my phone carrier, it works okay. With Sprint and Verizon works well here. So I definitely recommend, if you're looking into traveling, to look at where you're going. If you're working from home, seeing how much service you need. So you have to factor in if you're working, or if you need to use the internet a lot, if you're documenting your journey, or you're utilizing YouTube or anything like that. You have to be more aware of the options that you have, because not all just going to McDonald's or Starbucks, using those free Wi-Fi services, will always be helpful for you. So you have to just take into account in all of this when you're thinking about traveling. So our next question is, where do you wash your clothes? So while we were in the van, we utilized either the parks services. So a lot of RV parks have their own laundry facilities. So here at the RV resort we're at, it has their own we have 2 laundry facilities here, and that's what we use while we were boondocking. And while we were boondocking, we used a lot of laundry mats. So this whole thing is a lot different than what we're actually used to, because in our previous 2 apartments, these past 4 years, we've had our own washer and dryers in our unit. And even before then, I always had a washer and dryer in the building, so I never had to go out to go and do our laundry. So that's a little bit different. Some RVs, they offer some RVs offer washer and dryer hookups. So if you're looking into like full time and if you want your own washer and dryer, there are options out there. Or you can have some of the portable ones, and those work as well. So, well, you have a few options if you do not want to utilize the laundry facilities, but you also have those options if you're deciding to travel. So the next question is, where do you park your van when you want to stay somewhere, like at nighttime, after you're done driving, or just in general, where do you stay at? Do you stay like at Walmart parking lots, or do you like stay out on people streets or anything like that? So that is a really great question, because it varies per person. So what someone may be more comfortable with, another person will not be. For me and for my family, I prefer RV parks and campgrounds over parking lots and like truck stops, or just sleeping just randomly on different streets. But that's just for me. So for the last almost year now, we've utilized different boondocking spots and also RV campgrounds. And what app that I really love to use while we're traveling is iOverlander. iOverlander, it shows you different locations, and you can get an idea of where to go to. You can have an idea of like with dumping stations, with water fillable stations, and it even gives you like reviews of what people just from people who were just recently there, to new spots to find. And so I really like that. For my family this year, we've done a lot of campgrounds, BLM boondocking sites, and also national parks. And we've gotten to meet some really great people at the campground sites and at the at different different BLM spots. And also this year we went to the Grand Canyon and stayed at the national park with during Danielle. We also went to Sororo and we stayed there. And so it was there are plenty of options. Now, have we ever stayed at a Walmart parking lot, or like on a street, or at a truck stop? We've never stayed on the street or truck stop, but we did have to stay at Walmart once, and that was a very interesting story, because I arrived to Roswell, New Mexico around the nighttime, and I just wanted to have some place to go to. We did look up BLM land, but I don't really like going places at nighttime, because depending on where you're going, it could have limited lights, and if you're not familiar with the city, for me, I just wanted to be somewhere where we were just gonna rest for the night. So we did stay at the Walmart parking lot. We did stay at Walmart, and there were several campers out there from tiny houses. There was a huge tiny house out there, like the $100,000 ones. Really nice. And there were several Class A's, Class C's, and it was like a little community that they just were sectioned off in. And so you do have those areas, and Cracker Barrel, if you're familiar with the Cracker Barrel billboards, they have a little camper spot logo on there. It indicates that they allow camping there, just overnight camping. I always suggest just going in, just making sure before you're going to stay somewhere. So that worked for us for that evening. But would we ever do it again? And for me, I just like campgrounds better, so I recommend just timing out where you're going. For me, that's what I noticed, just to time it out better. And so our next question is, where do you go to the bathroom? So with the van conversions, it's pretty typical to see people that do not have restrooms, or they just opted not to have one. For me and my family, it was just a necessity to have your own bathroom. So if you've seen our RV tour, then you'll see that we actually had a bathroom built in, and my bathroom had a toilet and a little shower, and it was really nice that you could use it for emergencies, use it for just because. And I really liked having that. I'm not in a person to dig holes in the ground nor carry water bottles or anything like that. So having our own restroom definitely worked for our family. So if you're really interested in this lifestyle, and if you're especially interested in like converting a van, a school bus, etc., then definitely look into if you really need, if you personally need a restroom. For some people, they don't need it. I mean, I say to each his own. For me, like I said, that's what we needed. So you have to really look out if you really want it. There are RVs that come with restrooms, but some RVs, if they're like been renovated, if they've been gutted, then of course you will have to like rebuild a bathroom in there. And so I definitely recommend just looking at your options that are out there and just going for what best suits you and your needs right now, even or for right now or for the future. So my next question is, where have you all been this year? So this year we've traveled outside of Arizona. We traveled to Mexico, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee, Georgia, and now Florida. So we've been a lot of places, and we plan to just visit all 50 U.S. states. And as a family, we collectively visited around 16 states that we lived in for the major lower 48 time zones now. And we plan to like go to Hawaii and Alaska and just venture out even more overseas. We've been to Mexico and the Bahamas so far as a family, and we just want to travel and do more and experience more of the world. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully if we're still doing this, just documenting our journeys like on YouTube, I'll continue to do this. I also have our website that I blog about different places that we've visited, and it's primarily for our homeschooling, and it just allows me to have an online portfolio for them, and then when they are of age, then they'll take over it and do interviews, and just write about their experiences from their perspectives. So as we grow, as we go along, we'll all grow collectively, and that's the whole purpose of this, is just to learn and to just continue just to learn and grow. So I'm really looking forward to this journey. So our next question is, when you order things, where does it get shipped to? So while we were in the van, I had a personal mailbox that was set up via UPS. Now, I don't know if anyone is really aware of this, but UPS has mailboxes both for professional and personal use, and you can rent them out based on I think the lowest is a month or 3 months, but they have periods of times that you can rent them out. And for us, I rented our mailbox out for 6 months, and it was $100 at our location. And the price will vary by location, mainly because UPS is a franchise. So if you're interested in this type of lifestyle and you're primarily interested in boondocking, or if you're in a city that you know you'll keep returning back to, it's a good investment to have a UPS mailbox. With this, you get a regular street address, and you're able to receive mail from various carriers, unlike the P.O. box. Because with the P.O. box, you get a P.O. box address, and some people and retailers that would not deliver to P.O. boxes, so you have to keep this in mind. Also, with the P.O. box, some places with the P.O. box, they won't allow you to ship out like FedEx mail from the postal service, opposed to the UPS, where they will allow like incoming and outgoing mail from like different various carriers. So that's something to keep in mind. And also with UPS, I could have, if I'm going out of state or going to another part of a city and I want mail shipped to me, I can always do the forwarding. It does come at a cost, but it's definitely worth it. it's definitely worth it, and I've used it both. I've used it to forward mail, and I've used it to pick up my mail from that particular mailbox, and it really was useful. So I definitely recommend checking that out. Also, there are some RV parks and resorts that allow mail services to be delivered to them, or even shipped from them. So like if you're outgoing mail, you can give it to that particular office, the particular office at the at the RV resort. Here at the particular RV resort that we're at, we can receive mail and we can send mail out from our mail center, and so that's very helpful with both the UPS and with like RV resorts, RV parks. You can use that address on your for legal documents as well. So if you like need a driver's license, or you have any like legal documentation that you have to handle, you can utilize this your addresses, because they're actual regular street addresses. And I always just recommend just checking with the particular RV park or RV resort that you plan on visiting or staying at, and just confirming first before going before making a reservation. If you like need your mail, if you like need your mail sent to a specific location, and just to confirm with them if they allow mail, if they offer mail services. So not every campground or RV resort does. So it's always good to just, if you don't have, if you don't have that option, it's always good to have the UPS. That way you're not using somebody else's address or anything like that, or a former address, and you're having your mail shipped to a former address. So it's always good to have those, keep these things in mind. So the next question is, where do you work and how do you make money? So I've been getting this question asked for a long time. For the past 6 years, I've been working remotely. And what I do is I work in social media. I work with a team that manages different social media platforms. And I really like my job. I've moved up to this position, and I'm really excited for just for what I'm learning, and I'm taking the time to utilize my knowledge, skills, and what I'm getting taught from my job to help with our Anytime Travelers platform. So I'm looking forward to just broadening my skills, and I'm taking professional development classes, and I'm really thankful for my company that I work for. If you all want me to create a video about steps that you can take to be able to work remotely, or different classes that you can take, just comment below and I'll get a more detailed video up for you all about this. Some people think that I own my own company, and not everybody who works remotely necessarily works for themselves. At one point, maybe I will work for myself one day, but right now, I really enjoy working for our company and working with our team. I am really thankful for the opportunities that I've been given. If I can help someone else out to be able to work remotely, I would definitely share tips and just tips, what I've learned and how I was able to find my job, and just how we can go and also sharing like next steps and anything just to help somebody else out so they can be able to potentially work from home. The next question is, do the girls interact with other kids? Now, I work from home. I know I just said that, and I also homeschool, and I do know that homeschool and working from home have the keyword home in it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're always at home, or as you could say, we're always in an RV or in the van. We love getting out. I work out outside of the house whenever we have the chance. I also homeschool outside of the house, which you could say is road schooling, world schooling. I get out, and we just get out, and I have the girls enrolled into different classes outside, so like gymnastics, dance. We take other classes, like we did a computer programming class. It was taught for it was a class specifically for 4 to 7 year olds to teach them just the basics on computer programming, and we did like kindergarten prep classes. There are multiple ways that you don't have to necessarily be at home in order to do these, in order to like homeschool. I also utilize online programs. So there are multiple methods that you can do, and whatever works best for you and your family, I recommend just doing that. Continue to do that. There are people who are the full-time travel and who stay like at RV parks or RV resorts, and they send their children to traditional schools, and that's fine. This does not mean that the girls do not interact with other kids every day. They're interacting with people. They're interacting with people at the RV resort. They're interacting with people from the classes they were at. They interact with people just randomly wherever we go, from church to just the beach or anywhere. So they're not deprived. They're not like not talking to people or not sociable or anything like that. I encourage to just to say hi to people. Be polite, use your manners, everything. Of course, you have to be aware of everything, no matter what. So teaching them like those type of skills where they are aware, but they're not afraid to talk and to interact with people. So that is a really great question. So the next question is there a way to donate? Now, I do not really go into like donations or anything like that. Even when our van did break down, I did have several people even mention like starting a GoFundMe or anything like that. And for me, I just felt a personal conviction just to not necessarily ask for money, and just because I do work, and I do know that there are people who are working very hard to provide for themselves, provide for their families. And for me, I'm thankful that I do have the opportunity to still be able to work and do this. I do know that some people that use their YouTube channels or use their social media platforms to earn income. And for me, although I do work in social media, I do not work for myself. I don't my channel isn't monetized or anything like that. Should things change in the future? Maybe. I don't know, but as of right now, I just want to make genuine content about like our travels and just sharing tips about working from home, and just sharing information about like just traveling, whether as a single parent, as a parent, as a single parent, any type of anything that I can share, and any way that I can help someone out. Like I said before, I would definitely try to help out. For me, for our channel, we do have a Patreon account. I did create one because someone was asking. They would like to donate, and I genuinely appreciate anybody for doing anything. You're not obligated or anything to donate. So don't ever feel pressured or anything like that. But I do have a Patreon account if anyone does would like to donate in any type of way. So I'm just like lost for words, because to see that people do they do things like this, and I mean, we've met some really great people that just paid it forward or whatever the case may be, and I've done the same. And what I would say is that when it's when you feel whatever it is the right thing to do for you at the time, then you pursue it. So whenever I've given something, it's because I felt it was the right thing to do at the time. So I just continually I don't live by like a karma based like lifestyle, but I give because I know there has been a lot given to me, and I don't ever expect anybody to give anything to me. I will work and just continue to provide for my family the best way that I can. And I just thank you all for even deciding to join our journey. I just thank Chris for like even deciding while we were at the RV resort, decided to like, hey, would you like for me to film your van? And I was just shocked. I was in like shock because of the van tour, and like even just the responses that and support. So I genuinely appreciate everybody for everything that you've been doing. And I'm getting used to like the equipment and everything that I've been buying. Oh my goodness, this whole YouTube journey is like crazy. And it's something that I have not gotten into because I don't particularly work with YouTube platform. So it's something that I'm learning as I'm going. So I do appreciate everybody for just even taking time, giving us time, giving me time to just learn and just to get my schedule right and just doing this. So if you do feel like you want, if you do feel like you want to donate or anything, I'll leave our Patreon information below in the description box, and I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart if you do or if you don't. So that's about it with that. Our next question is, what type of RV do you have, and how do you stay like sane in a small space? And the type of RV we have a Jayco 23FB, and it's probably about like 24 feet long if I'm correct. Eventually I will definitely get, either move up to a bunkhouse or something else like a Class C or something, so I can put my solar back up, and we can go explore more. As far as like staying sane or whatever, like I said, we get out. We don't stay in the RV. When we are in here, it's because we're renovating the RV, or we're eating, or we're sleeping. That's about it. We're watching TV, or we just want to be inside of the RV. But the majority of the time while we're here, we're out. They have a lot of activities here at the RV resort that we're at. We also have like water slides here, and it's really cool. It's a really great resort to be at, and we actually really like it. So they have a lot of kids activities that we are part of. Like today we just did crafts, and yesterday we did and yesterday they had a game night where they played with the Wii's. The kids play Just Dance with the Wii's. They have bingo here for kids. So I really like this resort because it's very family friendly, and we get to meet other families, whether they're traveling just for a short term or longer term periods. So we get to interact with a lot of people. It gets a lot of people out of their RVs and socializing with other people. So that's how we just stay sane. Like even in our apartment, we didn't even like stay in our apartment. We stayed out of our apartment more than we stayed in our apartment. Or like people say with homes, you buy the house and then you spend a lot of time outside of your house than you would inside of the house. But it also depends on the person. So for someone, they may like staying inside of a RV or a house or whatever, versus someone who doesn't, they use their place as a place to sleep, or to eat or whatever. So this is what's working for us. Eventually, if we upgrade to a bigger RV, then you'll probably catch us inside of the RV a little bit more. But I don't know. We're just taking it one day at a time, honestly. So our last question is, are you planning on doing this like forever? And I get this question quite a bit. And it's very interesting when people do ask this, because all I can say is I don't know. I can't give a definite answer about like if we're going to be doing this forever. Just like with anything in life, you never know. Even if when your next second of life, you just take what's given to you. And for me, I'm just grateful for all of it. So for all the opportunities that I get, and whether it's with the RV, without an RV, or whatever. Just being thankful for everything. I'm 100% like more thankful for our experiences that we've got to do over like this year, even previous years where we used to fly to places and stay at hotels. So all I can really say is that, you know, you have this life, you know, live it to the best of your ability, give back as much as possible, help somebody out, whether you get something in return or not. So and just have a thankful heart. So, you know, if you're like interested in this type of lifestyle, or like whether you're by yourself or with your family, what I could just say is just do it. I mean, even if you just try it like for weekends, or you're just doing this for like just vacations, or if you want to do this full time, that it's okay, you know, to do something that's out of the box. It's okay to, you know, try to have to just say that you don't want to necessarily do what everybody else is doing. People ask like, why don't you stay in your apartment and just travel, and it just they want to. And sometimes that's the only answer, is that you just want to do something different. Just try it. So we've tried it and it's working out for us. We're really enjoying it. If this works out for you or your family, that's good. If it doesn't, that's okay. At least you tried, and you know, that's what really matters. So I just say go out there and just try it, and you know, you never know, you may just like it. So I really thank everybody for watching the video. I'm going to wrap things up because that was the last question. I'll probably do another Q&A about like wintertime in the RV or something like that. So any other topics that you would like for me to talk about, just comment below. And if you like this type of video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I just thank you all again for watching our channel, and until our next video next week, have a blessed day and a blessed week, y'all. Bye.